everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a challenge video which is to build a house in under 10k, and mine is a garden shed. I hope you like it, but I was actually tagged for this challenge by the wonderful Steph and her video is awesome. You have to right after this go and see her video. But the details about the challenge and also who I tag and obviously the link to Steph's channel will be in the descriptions below, so do check it out. But I actually wanted to talk about today a story. And now if you're new to my channel, then you probably don't give a rat's ass, to be honest. But I was going to tell a story about my time with my interview process and getting to into university for graphic design. And that's because Steph is actually going and doing the same process right now, and she told stories about it in her video, so I thought I would do too. But I applied for I'm pretty sure it was the same university she mentioned, but that was the best, in the UK or Europe or something for graphic design. I didn't get in, so she's already, I didn't even get interviews, so she's already doing better than me. However, I did apply for a couple of others, and the one other which I applied for was still a very good university. I heard about it in newspapers and stuff for doing research and all this kind of stuff. Not necessarily to do with art and design, but it was a very, very good university. And so I went there for an open day, and they had a degree show going on at the time, so they had everyone's artwork up all over the walls, and it was a really modern building, and it had all these beautiful skylights with all this light which was just flooding into the building. It was so wonderful, and everyone was friendly, and there was this artwork everywhere, and I was like, oh, I've got my heart set on this. And it was like, there's certain things that it was like a campus which was away from the rest of the campus, and it was difficult to get to, and the halls were far away from the actual, university itself or the building, and so I was like, I'm not sure whether I still want to, but it just seemed so good that I'd be fine with it anyway. And then I went for the interview, right? So we went there, and it was a dreary, horrible day, right? It was raining, which is not a surprise for England. And they'd taken all the paintings and stuff down from the walls, and it revealed stained, horrible concrete. It looked disgusting. It was horrible, and there was no light coming in. They had no actual lighting because they relied on the light coming through. So it was just so miserable, and everyone was horrible. Everyone looked down on their nose at you. Even the dinner staff, even the dinner ladies, they were horrible. And I went up to the front desk, and I said that I was, here for an interview, and she sort of just tutted at me for a while and said, well, do you have all this information and stuff? And it's like, yeah, I do, it's just in my portfolio. And I got my portfolio out, and it was an A3 one, which actually I got told by my graphic design tutor, who is when I was studying under him, he was a well-renowned graphic designer. So he noticed stuff. He said that all you need is an A3. You do not need anything bigger. And there were these people with A0 portfolios coming in that were bigger than them. And it was like, you do not need, for graphic design, maybe fine art, but not graphic design. You do not need portfolios that big. And she sort of looked down her nose at me because I had a small portfolio, or small in size. Not in, I had a lot of work in there, but it was small in size. And yeah, anyway, so that went round, and I waited for a while, and there was another girl, other couple of girls there, and one got taken away with me, and we got interviewed by two different people. And on the way to into the interview room, the guy said, because this was a portfolio interview, right? I was getting into the university on my portfolio and all the information which I provide with this portfolio, right? And so he then said to me, oh, did you have far to come today? And I said, oh, it was only from that way, it's not too far, that kind of thing. And then that was all he said to me for the rest of the interview. This was my first ever interview. I'd never even been for a job interview. That was the only thing he said to me. And so I spent the rest of the time with my portfolio there, flicking through, talking in detail about all of my work, and he just sat there looking down his nose at me going, okay, like this at me. And then in the end, like at the end of the interview when we were going, I was asking all these questions, like really, really important stuff, like to do with lockers and storage, and because the distance from the university was far, you know, you need all of that. And it was horrible, and it was such a contrast to the actual university I went to, which was so friendly and lovely. But yeah, the video is almost over and I kind of haven't finished the story, but I hope that you enjoyed this video anyway. It was just me talking and not much talking about the build, so I'm really sorry about that. I do try to normally say more than I have done today about the build, but I also like telling stories sometimes. But anyway, make sure you check out as many people as you can during this challenge, because I think that it's really, really cool, and obviously Steph's video as well. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully see you again soon.